Hello, my name is Won-ho from Gwangju National University. I had a chance to visit Southeast Asia for e-learning consulting, and I would like to make a video about my ideas. And this is my OKMindMap address, short URL address, or either you can try QR code to access this mind map. If you click the red link here, you can access my blog. It's English version. And you already know that I'm working for Gwangju National University for 25 years. And this is my email. And I had a chance to consult Asian Cyber University between 2012 and 2014. And ACU funded me for the project to what would be the best future model for ACU. And year 2014, with that project, I visited Southeast Asia for to interview e-learning experts in that region, and they all as good. The final conclusion was about Moodle. Everybody is using Moodle, and they requested to use Moodle from the ACU project, but they failed. They ended up using Korean LMS system. And in the second phase 2, they did not use a Moodle. And now, year 2018, now they are cooperating, trying to use Moodle. I think it's a bit late, but I feel very positive about their using Moodle from now on. And I've been telling that we have to use Moodle 14 years in Korea, but nobody listened to me. But now many people are interested. And I'm an open source user myself and try to evangelize to use Moodle open source stuff for education. And this is my map for open source education directory. So first, the desktop can be benefited by using open source software. You can use the Microsoft instead of Microsoft. You can use open source, OpenOffice, or Illustrator for Inkscape, and GIMP for Photoshop. And if you are an engineer using MATLAB, you can use some Octave, which is almost 100% compatible with MATLAB. If you have a licensing problem using MATLAB, you can use Octave in your home, and there's no problem using it. And the functionality is almost compatible with MATLAB. If you have already a file which is written by MATLAB, you can use Octave. There's also open source solutions like Moodle and Mahara, a portfolio. So in a short time, you can take a look at this open source mind map later. My idea about open source is not just the software. I think the open source is a paradigm, open source paradigm applied to step by step from the solution and the contents and the service. So first it was applied to the software and Linux, and it's extended to many different softwares. And next time it applies to the contents. So you heard about the open courseware, OCW, and next it applied to the open service. So MOOC, I would say, is part of e-learning service open to the many massive cloud. And finally, hardware adopted the open source software paradigm. So Arduino and Raspberry Pi, even the 3D printer, is a opened architecture freely available to other people. And now that people are very hot on issues of open source hardware, but Korea is very late and very slow in adopting open source. And my complaint about Korean government is about e-government, which uses Java, and Java is not a, I don't think Java is not anymore a public platform. And tying the technology to a specific technology like Java is not the way the standard should go. They should provide more like the open API. That is better. And I happen to have a chance to extend my knowledge and experience to Moodle as a sub platform and OKMindMap as a service. I am a electrical engineering professor, and firstly, I started my e-learning experience with developing using Flash, and I'm teaching electrical engineering, electrical machine. Students having a hard time, and I used to animate the contents using Flash first. But now I'm using GeoGebra to provide the animation contents. After that, I need a platform to load my contents, and the Moodle was a very good source for that. And I provide the service as a branded learning for a long time, for at least 3 subjects for every semester, and I'm using it happy and very satisfied in Moodle functionality. And finally, I had the experience to e-learning service as an e-learning service, and this is a service. This is a open contents service I provide using GeoGebra. I developed many GeoGebra contents. These contents can be authored using web browsers and can provide to the students as a contents, and they can have better understanding by watching this animation. This content is explaining the rotating flux theory of Tesla, who is a very famous scientist, and he opened a way to use the alternating current as a motor, and this shows that how the rotating flux is generated from each individual 3 different different fluxes. So watching this, students can easily understand how the concepts, and this is another simulation animation that shows how the current is flowing with the windings, which is provided by electrical machine component. So with this, it is very easy for students to understand the subject, and the student himself can make GeoGebra contents. This is sort of idea about learning by doing concept. So this is really good tool I would recommend as a contents authoring. And next one I would like to explain is about Moodle.